All right. Got my camera set up in a better spot now, which I'm pretty excited about. Um, Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be running what we've been running the last few streams, which is this Timeless Hammer Brew. Man, I think these gold bordered cards look terrible. I don't get it, but okay. Okay. Um, let's give the deck a little look here. It's my affectionate name for it is Cloud Cutter because it's Cloud and Corey Steel Cutter. But I guess the general game plan is Sigarda's Aid and Colossus Hammer. And then our other way to get Colossus Hammer onto our creatures is Kemba's Outfitter. So the basic idea of the deck is we play these 0 mana artifacts, Ornithopter, who can swing in for lethal as early as turn 2. Esper Sentinel is a 1 mana artifact that happens to help our game plan a bit by being an artifact for Mox Opal and also drawing us cards against blue decks. And I mean against pretty much all decks. They're all playing some amount of non-creature spells. He's not very good against Bowmasters, I will say. Neither is Cloud to some extent because of the 1 toughness, but and Kemba's Outfitter. But it's not really about those creatures getting killed or not by Bowmasters. It's more about Corey Steelcutter tokens that have trample and haste wearing a Colossus Hammer most of the time. But sometimes, yeah, turn 1, Sigarda's Aid, Ornithopter, turn 2, double Colossus Hammer on the Ornithopter after blocks have been declared, which there usually aren't any, and your opponent is dead. They take 20. So it does have a turn 2 kill. It's playing one of the better cards in the format, maybe, Amped Raptor, and then a bunch of 2-for-1s, which are like Mishra's Bauble. Mishra's Bauble, not really 2-for-1, but this is just a free new card. And it's quite good with Corey Steelcutter because it gives you a new card while also being a 0 mana spell. So turn 2, you play Corey Steelcutter and Mishra's Bauble, profit. Or Corey Steelcutter Ornithopter, or Corey Steelcutter Mox Opal, typical Corey Steelcutter things. And then from there, you basically never don't cast 2 spells a turn. You either get Lurrus in your hand and do it like that, or you Amped Raptor, Cloud, Stoneforge, like just getting more Corey Steelcutters into play, or Colossus Hammers if you have a Sigarda's Aid or a Kemba's, and you just close the game out at some point. The downside of the deck is we're really weak to Strip Mine. Not playing even 1 basic in the deck because fuck it, right? I don't know. It's Strip Mine anyway in the format. We have run into a couple erodes, a couple like Path of Discovery, or I don't remember what the name of the card is, but it kills your artifact or land, and then you go get a basic. We don't have any basics, so that's a thing. I could see playing like a plains over one of these caverns or something. But I like Cavern right now, even though it doesn't make that much sense on paper in our deck because we have a core artificer, a human soldier mercenary, a dinosaur, a cat artificer. Oh, actually, cat artificer. I never even really realized that. Um, that we could just name soldier instead of human, and we could name artificer and cast Outfitter and Mystic. I didn't actually realize that. That's something that may come up sometimes where we want to name Artificer or Stoneforge and Kemba's. That's really cool, actually. I'm glad I looked at that. Then we have Voice of Victories in the board. I don't really think this card is that good, though. It's obviously nice to not be counterable on your turn, but I'm not sure that we need that. It's interesting. I don't know. I think it's fine against the like blue tempo decks to bring in Voice of Victory, and that's why they're in there. But I'm just not sure about it yet. We need to do some more testing. And the rest of the cards on the board are just to like take care of Chalice or take care of small permanents like Portable Hole. And yeah, that's kind of what's going on. Let's get into some games. We're in Diamond, looking to get to Mythic sometime soon. We have 10 days till the end of the season-ish. And it would be great to be top 250, but we'll see. On the draw here, I think we're going to keep it. It's a little awkward if we don't hit our second land in the first, like, 2 or 3 draw steps, but alright, it's probably energy. Wait. No Lurrus, though. Interesting. Yeah, let's go Sentinel. So that way if they kill it, we probably draw a card. Mox Opal kind of awkward here because we didn't draw very many artifacts this hand. Johnny. Okay, so it's energy but without Lurrus. That's interesting. Drew the land, that's big. Kind of just want to Amped Raptor here. But Stoneforge for Hammer is also pretty good. Probably should name Human with this. Just in case we draw a Cloud. Yeah, I think we go Amped Raptor. Hit Core Steel, that's great. That's a great hit. Fantastic. Now we can play Sigardazade if we want, but I think we chill on that. We want to keep double spelling. No blocks. We do not want to flip to Johnny over there, even though we're probably okay if they can't kill our Corey Steel Cutter. Alright, Voice of Victory. So here we want to Stoneforge. And then play Sigardazade, I guess. Could just play the Mox Opal. I'm going to take it slow here. Since we're not in any danger of getting killed. The worst thing that could happen is Goblin Bombardment. And I didn't want to show them the Sigardazade. I'd rather show them the Kembas. So they're probably playing Flage since they're not playing Lurrus. Drawing a land would be ideal next turn. Guide is kind of annoying just because they gain life. Galvanic Discharge. They could kill their own cat to flip a Johnny. They could kill my cat. I don't really see the point of that, but killing Stoneforge Mystic. And we're drawing a card. Huge. Well, this looks good for us. Attacking with Ragavan? That's not a cat. Okay. Yeah. Guess we just eat their 1/1s. Land is good. So we can't kill them this turn. Which kind of makes me want to take it chill here too. I'm actually not sure about all that. But next turn we're like very likely to win. They're gonna gain a couple life. But we have +30/+30 at instant speed. And we're not gonna die from 14 unless they find a Goblin Bombardment, maybe. Yeah, maybe we're supposed to go for it a little bit there. Not sure. Feels a little awkward here. So they're gonna make Ragavan flying. Alright, 7. Please no Goblin Bombardment. Ranger Captain at 23. Ocelot Pride. Did they gain life this turn? Yeah, they did. They gained a lot of life this turn. They're gonna have a shit ton of little blockers. That's actually really bad. We might not win this game, actually. Triple hammer might not be enough here. At 26. Oh, we can't cast non-creature spells? Oh, fuck. Yeah, Ranger Captain of Eos is gonna kill us. God damn it. This was feeling really good, and then they had Ranger Captain of Eos. And now we're gonna die. Now we are definitely dead. Ow. What a blowout. Ranger Captain of Eos. That felt horrible. I kind of feel like Cast Into the Fire is decent here, but probably not. Chainsaw probably worth. Guide of Souls is a problem. The fact that they were able to give their creatures flying was a problem. Rest in Peace stops Johnny from flipping. But that's about it. I guess Lion Sash is okay if they are playing Flage, but they might just be playing Ranger Captain as their reason for no Lurrus. And Esper Sentinel's not great in this matchup. cut that for the portable holes. And for chainsaw, we'll take out maybe one Thopter. Woof. That didn't feel good. Did not expect the Ranger Captain. Well played, though, opponent. I thought they were kind of just picking things at random there for a sec, and turned out they had us. They had us pretty good. All right, I'm going to name Artificer here, and we're going to keep this. Hopefully finding a red source at some point for Corey Steelcutter. I mean, we do have a red source in Mox Opal, but we only have 2 artifacts so far. So it'll be interesting. Artificer. Choose an equipment card in your hand. And we will just try to equip it next turn. If they like tap out for a 1-drop or something. We will try to 12 them. Yeah. That's a really awkward draw. I guess we name human with this one. Shit, I don't even know what to name with this one. It's either dinosaur or human. We're really far from casting Cloud at the moment. And if we don't pick human, so... yeah. Soldier. Whatever. Let's put you to 5. You can hit me with a Ragavan. See how that goes. But our hand doesn't do anything going forward. They got another Mox Opal. I'm glad we didn't draw that. Not super likely they'll be able to turn that on. A Static Prison, really? Damn it. That's a pretty good draw. Pretty good card to have. Can't use Mox Opal because you only have 2. Bombardment, okay. Great draw. Great draw. Oh, we could have went for the win here with the Mox Opal, I guess, but I'd rather wait to have a guaranteed 2 more guys next turn. Seems better. And they had the bombardment anyway to stop 2 of our damage. Johnny with bombardment is pretty good.
Right beside me, brother.
So they're gonna kill our 1 guy and then have a 2-1. Which is pretty good. Staying in it. Are you gonna sack the guy? Either do it or don't, right? Let's go with red mana. Let's play this. And that's 4 trample. So, I mean, I guess we say human and we put this guy in our hand. But they're dead here. Okay. We got a little lucky drawing the red source. But to be fair, we could have just drawn another artifact and then our Mox Opals were red sources. So we had a lot of ways to cast those Corey Steels. On the draw, interesting that they're not playing black because they just don't want to play Bowmasters, I guess. They also lose out on Juggernaut Peddler and Thoughtseize, both of which aren't like particularly crazy against us, but solid, I guess. Could see putting in an Ornithopter over Chainsaw, but I think especially on the draw, we want a little bit more removal. Yeah, that's a keep. It's a little slow. So we could be in some trouble in the early game since we don't have any removal. That helps a lot. Just in case they're playing any kind of meltdown type thing. I don't want to play the Ancient Den right away. But meltdown's going to be pretty hard for us to beat regardless. They left a card on top with Parlor, Amped Raptoring, hitting Guide. Okay. I think we want to hold a Guide, but maybe not right now. Could hold a Guide right now. Maybe we do want to do that, honestly. Yeah, let's hold it. And it gets us in for 3 damage here too, which is nice. It was a great draw, drawing the P hole. Another Elegant Parlor. I guess that's a reason to play just red-white. Killing a token. That might not be the best use of their removal there. They're not attacking. Interesting. In this case, I think we want to just get another Corey Steelcutter into play. I'm scared of a Wrath Disguise here. Wrath Disguise would be bad. Yeah, this is interesting. Wrath Disguise is quite bad for us, but I think I'm just going to play another Corey Steelcutter. So we could maybe rebuild if they Wrath Disguise here. I think I'm also just going to play this Mishra's Bauble so we can get in for 3 again. I am scared of Wrath of the Skies. I think that's their only way out at this point, though. No, I don't think they have it if they're discharging that. I'm actually surprised they discharged that. Sure, they'll go up to 14. 15, I guess, with Guide. They don't have enough stuff in the graveyard for Flage. They're attacking? That's an interesting line. They're at 15. Do we have the juice here with the Sigarda's we just drew? We have 4 mana. I believe that's the juice. Yeah, I think we have the juice. They're tapped out. Oh! No, it's fine. It's fine. They've got trample. We're good. We grab the Colossus Hammer. We attack. They block. We blap. They get 1 from that. 13 from that. I guess it wasn't lethal. 13 plus 1. They go to 1 there. I guess it wasn't lethal, but it was just the right line, I think. All right. Beat up on Boros Energy there. They got us game 1 with a pretty sick Ranger of Eos. Ranger Captain of Eos, which I kind of love that play. I played a lot of Ranger Captain of Eos myself in Modern. I had a Squawks and Taxes deck when Jund was like the most popular deck, and other mid-range decks were just kind of the norm in Modern. I played Squadron Hawks in my Death and Taxes deck, so that I could just like outgrind everybody. Like, okay, Jund, you got a bunch of targeted removal spells. Well, here's 4 flying 1/1s that can kill your Ren and 6 and whatever. And I also played there was a Pitch Anthem. I forget what it was called, but I had 4 of this Pitch Anthem. So I'd pitch one of the Squawks to cast the Anthem to blow out the -1 on Ren and 6 to oh, this is almost a keep. If this is a white source, I'm keeping this for sure. Since it's not, this hand just doesn't really do much. Like, I guess we could play the Ornithopter and the Bauble on turn 1 and play this on Artificer and just hope to draw a white source off the Bauble. We have 2 draws looking for a white source. How many white sources in our deck? I guess Opal counts because we have 2 Ornithopters. I'm gonna try it. Gonna play the Ornithopter because we might be able to just get him for 10. Turn 2. I don't know. All of our lands tap for white except for more caverns. But drawing another cavern would be okay. In that we could just cast Stoneforge on turn 2. Opponent mulled once. Yeah, we're gonna name Artificer. We're gonna play Mishra's Bauble. And we're gonna play an Ornithopter. We're gonna see what is going on top of our opponent's deck here. Polluted Delta, so they're probably a blue deck. Cloud is not what we were looking for at all. We kept a hand that really needs to draw a white source. Let's see if we can get there. The downside to cracking the Bauble on our turn is that they get Thoughtseize whatever we get here. They'll probably take Sigarda's Aid, even though we don't have a white source. Because it's the scariest card? Question mark. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So they're Grief Thoughtseize deck. They might be like the full-on mono black stompy type list. We did not get there. so we're just gonna pass the turn here. Opponent also not doing anything though. Ugh. Probably Bowmasters here. Oh, we kept a bad one, y'all. I didn't do the math. I was starting to look at the math and then I didn't do it. Yeah, we had 13 lands, no, 12 lands, plus 4 opals. It was 16. It's like 33 or something. It wasn't very good. We shouldn't have probably done that. Shouldn't have kept that hand. There we go. We might get out of it now. Surely we can get out of it now. Can't cast Cloud, unfortunately. So we only have one choice. And it's Mr. Raptor. Double Raptor is not terrible. It's not the worst place to be, I guess. Would have much preferred a Corey Steelcutter. But I'll take a 2-drop. There's the Corey Steelcutter. We'll play that now. And then we'll get in there with the boys. Seems decent. They have another Boomsters. Shelly's Edict. Oh, sacks a token. Okay. Reasonable. Fatal push one of my Raptors. Reasonable. Well, I'm glad our opponent hasn't really put any pressure on us. Because that would be bad if they did. Get a name Soldier. Because, what's his name? Why can't I think of the one drop's name? Esper Sentinel. He always confuses me because he's a mono white creature that is called Esper. I think another Corey Steelcutter seems good here. And then, do we want to just play Colossus Hammer to make a dude? No, we can make 2 dudes next turn. I think we're okay here. Although they might just be waiting on a 4th mana to like grief us out of their hand. I guess that would be bad. Yeah, grief here would be annoying. No? Okay. I guess attacking with Cloud was probably fine there. Yeah, probably should have attacked with Cloud since we have another Cloud in hand. I'm gonna double block one of them, okay. Graveyard Trespasser, that's interesting. It being a 3/3 is kind of annoying, actually. After. Stoneforge Mystic. I'll just cast this. Get some prowess going. Make it awkward for him. Sure, they can eat our cloud, that's fine. Well, we kept kind of a shitter, but it kind of got there. Since our opponent just thought-seized us and then didn't put any pressure on us. They kind of had an awkward draw this game, it seems. And we eventually drew out of our awkward draw. A bunch of Corey Steel Cutters. Alright, so they're playing Boomsters, bunch of Fatal Pushes, Shelly's Edicts, Grief, Thoughtseize, yeah, the normal black mid-range stuff. Shelly was exiled at some point. Don't know. Oh, for Grief. Yeah, they probably just didn't hit the fourth land and had a couple Shellys in hand or something. Alright, so is P-hole good? Doesn't seem like it's that good, which is awkward because like, are they playing One Ring? I don't know. We didn't see any Ancient Tombs. Ancient Tombs kind of a giveaway. Chrome Mox is kind of a giveaway, but we didn't see that either. Esper Sentinel I really don't like against Bowmaster's decks, so I'm cutting that. I guess Lion Sash is reasonable to bring in here since I'm not really sure what to bring in. Cast into the Fire can kill both of the halves of Bowmasters and also deals with artifacts. Portable Hole is an artifact, but it only kills Bowmasters of things we saw. This is where knowing the format would be good. I'm going to bring in Cast into the Fire, expecting them to have some amount of artifacts, but we'll see if that's actually the case or not. We could have just brought in a couple Voice of Victories just to make it kind of awkward for them, just more threats. But I'm just going to assume they have Chrome Moxes and One Rings. If they have Shelly in their deck, they have to be playing one Ring, right? Yeah, it's a keep. Turn one Cloud, I guess. They could take the Mox Opal. They could take the Mox Opal. They did take the Mox Opal. Smart move, honestly. Well played. In that case, we will crack both the baubles. Right now, actually, because I'm scared of Bowmasters doing things, even though they'll probably get to Thoughtseize whatever we get. Dark Ritual, okay. I'll target myself. Cloud, that's not something we want to draw. We do get some value off playing a few fetches in our deck just because we're playing Bauble, I guess. We're not playing any fetches currently. Playing Sunbaked Canyon and Inspiring Vantage and 4 Ancient Dens. But with fetches, we could get away with, a Sacred Foundry. And oh my god, we didn't draw land. Oh yeah. We had 3 draw steps there and no land, huh? Rough. Well, they wrecked us with that Thoughtseize on the Opal, I guess. Booty cheeks. Oop. My cat's shaking my camera right now. Should have probably thought about that. Do we have to discard the hand size here? No. Yeah, rough. Rough stuff. One ring. Grief. Sure. We could play like Swords to Plowshares in our sideboard. For specifically like Shieldred. We're gonna go ahead and concede here. I think we know what's going on. The only downside is we didn't see a one ring, so we don't actually know if Cast into the Fire is good. But I'm thinking maybe Voice of Victory makes sense. Lion Sash, probably not great. Voice of Victory just for more threats. And to make it awkward so that we can just like go for the win into their Fatal Pushes and Shelly's Edicts. This hand is quite bad. Not keeping that. We will keep this one. I guess we put back one of the Raptors. Because a guaranteed extra extra Colossus Hammer is pretty good. But I mean the Raptors are good too. Maybe it's Cloud. This time I'm going to bobble them on their turn. Because they can't cast Bowmasters right now. I guess they get Dark Ritual Bowmasters, but I think that's a fine result for us. Pithing Needle. Ooh, they might not want to crack that, actually. Drew the land, that's big. Ooh, very nice. That's a good hit. So if they don't have the Thoughtseize next turn, or Grief, we're in a pretty good spot. Okay. They didn't. Okay, we'll take 2 threats. Two threats is good. They can't do anything during our turn here, so... I think... we play the Colossus Hammer. They can't do anything. Oh, fuck, we don't have We don't have Voice of Victory in play anymore. What am I thinking? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. I hope they don't have a Thoughtseize here. Why did I think we still had Voice of Victory in play? Just blanked a little bit there. I was like, they can't cast spells on our turn, so that's cool. They just pass the turn. Because we have 2 Amped Raptors in play. Oh no, they're taking stuff out of our graveyard? It's not very nice. They have 4 mana. It's not enough. Kind of have to block, right? That's why I'm glad we saved the Outfitter there and instead just put Lurrus in our hand. Alright. All our threats are very, very powerful now. No blocks. We'll take 1 here. Don't want to crack the Sunbaked Canyon because next turn we'll have 5 mana. If they don't Thoughtseize our Lurrus, we can just cast another Amped Raptor, which is pretty sick. Okay, Reanimate on that guy. So they are playing Reanimate, which makes sense. Voice of Victory, okay. Fair enough. So we have 2 Amped Raptors in the yard, that's good. Let's play Amped Raptor from the yard. What? Oh, if you cast it from your hand. Damn it. It's only if you cast it from your hand. Awkward. Okay. They are playing One Ring. Makes sense. Makes sense. Let me just get the Corey Steelcutter into play. I guess we didn't need to play it then. We could have played it in response to a Thoughtseize. That was bad. Yeah. Oh, that's not great. Fuck. Ugh. Fuck me running, dude. Alright, we still got this. We still got this. Let's draw a card. Stoneforge. That's pretty good. Is that just a win? I think it might just be a win. They're tapped out? Yeah. So we play this. We equip this. And then we play this for fun. Just for one more damage. Alright. Ooh, that Path of Peril was scary. Path of Peril, Shelly's Edict to kill our whole board. But then we drew Stoneforge. So much of our deck is 2 spells. Yeah, all the 2 drops, other than Corey Steelcutter, which benefits from the 2 spelling, are 2 spell cards. Because Stoneforge gets an equipment, Cloud gets an equipment, Amp Raptor casts something off the top of the deck. So yeah, I really like that we have 12 double spells for 1 card. It's pretty nice. We draw them a lot. Let's keep it going. Yeah, should have figured they had 1 ring, but I mean, we don't really need Cast into Fire for 1 ring. We can also just let them be protected for a turn and then just kill them on the following turn, which is what happened there. Even through the Path of Peril, Shelly's Edict. This hand is a little too do nothing. It's basically 4 lands and 2 fluff cards and then 1 actual spell. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan that. This one's quite good though. Let's keep this, and I guess put back a land. Ideally, we draw a hammer here. No. Do we just play the 2-1? No, the 2-1 just doesn't do anything here, right? Breeding Pool Tamio. So maybe like a Beans deck or something. Just pass. This could be a problem in that they could counter our Corey Steelcutter, and then we don't have a path to victory here. Don't daze me, bro. Force I'm fine with. Daze I'm very much not okay with. Force is fine. Bro wants to force, bro can force. Bro does not force. Mox Opal it is. They've gotten Rogren Triome. Yeah, this is definitely a Beans deck. Okay. We can deal with a Beans deck, I think. Put Lurrus in our hand with our mana here and get in for 5. Seems good. And then we can put Cavern Souls on Cat here since we have 2 cats in our hand. Don't have much to cast, but I mean, Mox Opal is a card. We can just recycle the Mox Opals and get 2 spells a turn every turn. Up the beans. Ponda. So they've drawn their 3rd card this turn now. Yeah. So getting to flip Tamio. It's annoying. Sure, for sure. Cavern on Cat. Cavern on Cat, baby. Did it not tap? It was uncounterable, right? Kind of scared me. We'll go for this. I don't know if this is going to work, but they will force that and draw a card. Pitching Tamio. Okay. Maybe should have equipped Lurrus instead. Put them to 5, I think, is the move. And you know what? Yeah, we'll play Kemba's Outfitter. No. What if we draw the hammer? They can probably counter the hammer. Yeah, fuck it, we'll play it. I just desperately want something to force. Damn it. Ooh, that's not good. We need to hit an Amped Raptor or something. Ugh. Yeah, what's up, Frozen? We're a little bit fucked here. Ugh. Damn it. We had a window there. Probably shouldn't have cast the cat into the pretty likely second force there. I just wanted to put more damage on the board since, like, if they can't remove Lurrus there, we can just cast a Mox Opal and win the game on the next turn, but obviously they had a lot of cards in hand. And you can't really let these Beans decks get into the late game. It's not going to work out well for you. Come on. I I guess we probably should have let them draw so we could see their deck. But... Ugh. So Portable Hole kills Beans, kills Felia, kills Clue Tokens, kills Tamio. Yeah, Portable Hole's good. They're probably playing Treasure Cruise, right? Ornithopter probably not worth it here. Voice of Victory's good. Not like amazing, but good. I think they're probably only playing Force of Will as permission. And then they're playing like Leyline Binding, which this does stop Leyline Bindings on our turn, which is nice. They're also playing Swords. We did see a Swords to Plowshares. So maybe a couple of these. Maybe for the price of a Stoneforge and an Ampdrafter. Don't love that. Maybe a Stoneforge and a Cloud. Let's do that. Maybe Portable Hole times 4 is too many. Maybe it's just like 2 and we bring in 2 voices. Especially on the play, Portable Hole's not that useful. Oh, this hand doesn't really do anything. If this Voice of Victory was an Ornithopter, though, this hand's pretty good. It's not that good. Keeping this one. Putting back. I think the Portable Hole. Let's say Soldier here. Like, it kind of sucks to Portable Hole of Beans anyway, because they already drew a card off of it. And they'll probably force the Portable Hole and draw another card. But we drew another Portable Hole. Really awkward that we have to play this backwards here. But we just have to do it. Play the Colossus Hammer. Play the Mox Opal. Then we can play Portable Hole, I think is the move. On Bro. And then next turn we can equip the Colossus Hammer onto the Sentinel if they don't kill it. With Kemba. But really awkward. Why Soldier? Just to confuse them a little bit. Because Cloud is also a human soldier mercenary. It's not really... it's just to keep them on their toes. Human is just like... I guess, no, you're right. Human's better because we put in voice. Yeah, you're right. Human's way better. Yeah. I guess we just play Corey Steelcutter and pass. Since they killed our bro. Yeah, that's really awkward that I said soldier there. Human bard could be an issue. What's up, Smasher? Probably the Corey Steel Cutter. Yeah, makes sense. Max punished. Still gonna cast it. Maybe they'll think that they didn't have a counterspell anyway. Hopefully they can't keep killing our threats every turn, but it's pretty likely that they'll be able to. Riddler draw 1. That's good for us. That's where they're at right now. I think they've already played their land for turn, but I could be wrong about that. We might have been missing lands for 5 turns now. Ew. What a terrible draw, but that's fine. We're almost killing them right now. They're at 1. Can't crack a fetch anymore. Can we get away with this one lander? In a game where we definitely should have named human with Cavernous Souls. So they still have a land drop to give, but it can't be a fetch. They're at 1. Let's go. Alright, we got there with 1 land. Let's go. Voice was really good. I feel like voice was pretty solid there. But I still don't know if I want a 3rd one. Portable Hole was honestly great. Like, I think they were basing their hand on keeping that Tamio and flipping it. I think a lot of their strat is Tamio flip as far as like taking over the game, that and like Quantum Riddler. But Riddler's kind of slow. But I'm not sure about 4 Portable Hole. We could probably go to 3 and maybe another voice. Let's try that. Voice is maybe earning its spot a little bit. Maybe. It doesn't seem like they had removal there anyway, because they would have killed the voice, right? I don't know. Guess not. Yeah, I think that's a keep on the draw. Sentinel. Do we play the bauble? Yeah, we really need to draw land. I think we just play 1 though. We see what they're up to over there. Ponda. They're probably gonna cast that. Ooh, I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. Are they gonna crack that and ponder? Crack that and brainstorm? A little awkward to crack a fetch and then brainstorm, but sure, we'll draw a card. Oh, gross. Yeah, we can eat the Tamio with the pee hole. Oh, there we go. Big. Yeah, let's just name human. Attacking doesn't do anything. I feel like when we cast Lurrus, it didn't have this swirl around it, so I feel like maybe the Lurrus was counterable in that game a couple games ago. Now here, playing Mishra's Bauble or not is interesting. We really need a red land for this Core Steel Cutter. And just another land in general, so I think I am going to play it. Just to try to hit lands here. Meticulous Archive, sure. That's what they put on top of Brainstorm. Another Sigarda's 8 is not doing us any favors. Really need a land. A red land specifically, but any land is good. Leyline Binding, draw. Okay, that's not bad. The voice, sure. Opal, okay. So we could play Opal, Core Steel Cutter. And P-hole the Tamio. I think I want to P-hole the Tamio first. They're gonna force it. Okay. In that case, they have 2 cards in hand. We can just kill the Tamio right now with Sigarda's Aid, Colossus Hammer, right? That seems pretty good. Let's just do that. Because I don't think they have another force. Let's just get Tamio out of here, right? Yeah. Just in case they have, like, putting them to 6 is nice too, but in case they have, like, a removal spell for the Colossus Hammer. This also makes us draw tons of cards if they cast things here. Or not tons, but we'll draw a card here. Like, they're not paying 11. And we can go get another Colossus Hammer to kill them. Or we could play Core Steel Cutter and then play another Esper Sentinel. That seems good too. Yeah, let's go Core Steel Cutter. Another Esper Sentinel. Obviously could have gone for the win here. Sure. Leyline Binding. On what? We didn't draw land still? Jeez. On the Sentinel? No, on the Colossus Hammer. Okay. That's fine. Your turn. I can't believe we didn't hit a third land with all those extra draws. But that happens. It's fine. We have a handful of goodies. At 13. Let's go Cloud. Colossus Hammer. Let's go play Colossus Hammer. Let's put it on Esper Sentinel. Leyline Binding. You can pay for both of those. Awkward. Okay, sure. Sure. Resolves. Hey, a land. We finally drew one. Cloud. Colossus Hammer. Cast Colossus Hammer. You know, when you have like way more cards than the control deck at the end of the game, it feels kind of good. Feels kind of good. Yeah, all our cards draw another card. Oh, not all of them, but like so many of our cards just redraw. Obviously, our deck can play with very few lands and do a lot of very powerful things, so that's cool. I don't understand how it's doing this well. I'm kind of curious, actually, where we're at now. 16-5, and with like the current changes, like this was before, like 2 of those losses were with 4 Mother of Runes in the deck, and I don't think Mother of Runes is correct. There's just too much like Eldrazi in the format, but also Mother of Runes. Although she's a human, which does help with Cavernous Souls, does not help that much with Corey Steelcutter, and Mishra's Bauble is just so good because it allows us to play the 16 lands and 4 opals and still like cast our spells most games. And that makes our deck very threat dense, only playing 16 lands. So that's nice, since we do have some fluff in there with Sigarda's Aids and Ornithopters. Let's keep it going. I finally set my camera up in a more permanent spot. It's not in the perfect spot, but I don't have to move the camera every time. I just have to like zoom it in, which is nice. What's our record on the day? I feel like it's pretty good, huh? Three now, yeah, 3-0. I guess a turn 2 Core Steel is reasonable. I don't love this hand, but I kind of am interested in seeing how this plays out on the play. Like, we have 2 spells that go and get other things. It could be useful to have like a 1-drop in our deck, like a Shadow Spear. It's just a 1-of that we can go get with Cloud. In turns where we really don't want to get Colossus Hammer because it doesn't do anything. Oh. The Magpies are thieving. That was not a good draw. Alright. Looks like we're going to get out hand vomited here. It's a lot of thieving magpies. I've played some Affinity. I didn't really like Landlord Navigator, but to be fair, I didn't try it that much. Ooh, that's actually a good draw, though. That's quite a good draw. I don't think we're dead next turn, so this probably works out. Do we play the Cloud right now? I guess so. Let me go for the win next turn. They're probably going to have another Thieving Magpie, so we do have to contend with 3 toughness, which may be a thing. They also could have a bunch of Force of Wills in their deck, so that could be a problem too. If we draw a Mox Opal, we can actually cast 3 Colossus Hammers next turn, though. This guy is not unblockable right now. I don't think we're dead, so... It's probably better to have more, Okay, that can't block ground creatures, these ones, so we should be okay here. Although they could double block with Pinnacle and the Thieving Magpie. Yeah, we might not have it. We might not have it here. Oh, were we supposed to put, instead of playing Stoneforge, were we just supposed to put the Trample on Cloud? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if we're winning here. I think they have too much toughness. Damn it. We needed a Mox Opal. Yeah. I think they have too much toughness. Chrome Mox is also interesting in Affinity. I guess it's much better if you're playing Landlord Navigators, but you can't pitch most of the artifacts to it. But if you're playing Thoughtcast and Landlord, it gets better. I could try it. Block like that, huh? So this, you're taking exactly 20 here. So maybe I just did have them. Well, yeah, exactly 20. I guess, yeah, I just didn't do the math there. We had exactly enough damage. Let's go. Obviously Portable Hole is good. think Esper Sentinel's pretty good too, though. I think Chainsaw's probably reasonable because they're probably playing Emery. And they are playing Pinnacle Emissary, which is weak to Chainsaw. And because they're playing Emery, we have Cast into the Fire. That seems good here. Rest in Peace stops the modular on Arcbound Ravager. We don't know that they're playing that build. It looks like, I mean, they are playing red, but maybe just for Pinnacle Emissary. We don't know if they're playing weapons manufacturing. There's a lot of different ways to build Affinity. I haven't tried the Chrome Mox Landlore Navigator, but that's on the list of things to try. The Thieving Magpies look decent there, but I mean, they didn't kill us, and then we just killed them, so I don't know. They just drew a lot of cards. What are we cutting? Ornithopter's probably not great. We're on the draw, so maybe we can cut some baubles. Let's do it like that, actually. I don't really want to cut too many of our 0-mana artifacts, because we really need those for Mox Opal. Although I guess we boarded in 4 portable holes. I guess we could board out baubles. This is a pretty good hand. Needs red pretty bad, but pretty good. Cavern on Pirate. Interesting. Let's play this. That one. Turtle. Chalice on 1. Not awesome for us, actually. So we need to find a red source pretty bad, but we're going to put this on Dinosaur so that we can amp Raptor this turn. Otherwise, we just can't do anything. And hopefully we hit a 2-drop and not a 1-drop. Chalice on 1 is not great for us. Oh! Let's go, baby. What a hit. What a hit. Oh, they had the force? Okay. Oh, that was big. That was big. I'll take their force, you know. What's this on? Dinosaur? Gross. Guess we put the kitty in our hand, since we can't cast any spells here. But we do have a clock, right? There's Landlore, and they're doing magpie things. That's bad for us. 1/3s are bad. Red source, please. Survey says no red source. Damn it. Need a red source real bad. Metallic Rebuke, okay. That's fine because now we can remove the chalice at some point. Good to know about for game 3 that they're boarding in a lot of counter magic. Don't love that they have Personal Howling Mine over there. They have Kappa. Yeah, it's not looking good here. Chalice on 2. Oh my god, we're fucked. Yeah, you got me. We can't beat that, unfortunately. Can't beat Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. Yeah, we had nothing. We got nothing for that. Damn. What do we do here? Maybe down to 3 Esper Sentinels, 4 Mishra's Bauble. I like that, I think. Turn 1 Stoneforge for Core Steel. It's not like amazing or anything, but it's pretty good, right? They do have a Force of Negation. They let it all go, though. And let's see what they're working with here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we can crack them. Do we crack them both? Maybe. We'll see what we draw. That's pretty good. Guess we'll draw another card here. I'd like a 0 drop. Portable hole. So we could play Cloud. Get another Core Steel Cutter. But I think it's better to just get Steel Cutter into play here. Oh, they could have Force of Negation. No, they didn't do it. Okay. Okay. I like what our hand's looking like. Could use a cat or a Sigarda's Aid. Chalice on 1 is not great for us. God damn it, Chalice. I guess we can cast the P-hole just to get a dude. Oh, they have a Force of Will? We can recast it from the graveyard too. We have a clock here. So not... they could chalice on 2. But we have a clock. And we have a Lurrus we could cast still. Okay, they just played a blocker. Ooh. Oh, we can name Cat with this. Which is good anyway for Lurrus. Yeah, let's name Cat. No. Let's do this. Force of negation, sure. That hurt. Because I wanted to equip Cloud with this. Can't be countered. So I just remembered that Stoneforge gets around Chalice. So we should be okay here to equip our Trampler and kill them. Should be good. Corian Cloud does trigger twice on future turns. Yes, Wild Feather. But I just wanted to get their creature off the board. Didn't much care about it because we're winning the game right now. I just wanted them to have fewer blockers. And like there was no guarantee that we were drawing a way to trigger Corey on the next turn, especially since we're going to be putting the hammer into play with Stoneforge to get around the Chalice on 1. Kind of sick that our deck even has that line. Chalice on 1 is extremely strong against us, but if we have a Stoneforge, we can still just put the hammer into play, which is how we won that game. Let's go. And actually, how does it work with Sigarda's Aid and Stoneforge putting it into play? Because there probably have been a couple games where I could have done that. Yeah, whenever it enters. Yeah. So it works if you're worried about counter magic, you can just put it into play with Stoneforge onto your creature, getting around any kind of counter magic your opponent has. So honestly, with the Caverns and the Stoneforge, our deck's not that bad against counter magic. We can just put Corey Steelcutters into play. It's a little awkward to put a Corey Steelcutter into play, but mostly because you want to be casting 2 spells a turn. So putting it into play, you didn't cast any spell yet. So that's a little weird, but there definitely could be situations where that's useful. Yeah, still not sure about Voice of Victory in the board, but it was pretty good against our blue opponent in one of these rounds today. Hexing Sculpture is another card we could play in that spot. It's better against Chalice, obviously, but harder to cast. We don't have that many red sources in the deck, and it's weaker to removal, right? Like removal on our turn. They could like kill the Squelcher, counter our spell, or just kill whatever we're killing them with, and then it didn't matter that they didn't counter our spell. But Squelcher is cool. I do really like that it's great against Chalice. We are pretty cold to a Chalice sometimes. Although, as we just saw, we can beat Chalice. Yeah, that's a keep. We've got 3 artifacts and a Kembas. Do we start with Sentinel, though? I guess it depends on what they're doing. Yeah, we won by putting the Colossus Hammer into play. Feather. That's why I didn't bother equipping Cloud, because, well, we couldn't because Mox Opal was not active at the time, but that's why we attacked with Cloud, not caring if he dies. So this is interesting. They played a Misty. I think I'm just going to start with Esper Sentinel here. And we could play the Kembas on this turn. Don't daze me. Mystical Tutor. Okay, so this is show and tell. Might just play a second Esper Sentinel here. Just draw a bunch of cards. They got Reanimate. That's not ideal. Yeah, I don't love that. Yeah, I could have figured that they were going to entomb here, but we're going to draw 2 cards. We'll take some cards. Sigarda's Aid is really good, yeah. Wait, did they just pay for it? I think they fucked up. It's Raph and Mikey. Okay. So, can we kill them? No, we can't. Hmm. We can block the Raph and Mikey. Take 15 from the Emrakul or whatever. Oh wait, but they can't reanimate him if they're at 10. Yeah, okay, so we just attack. I think we just attack here. Get him. Yeah, because if they're at 2, they can't reanimate Raph and Mikey, right? Might as well play this. Yeah, draw 2 cards. Yeah, I think they misclicked and accidentally paid for one of the Esper Sentinels instead of reanimating their guy last turn. We probably were dead. And they just reanimated Raph and Mikey. So this is probably just a opponent misclicked win here, but we'll take it. Nice trip mine. Yeah, you're still dead on board. to our 2-1. Alright, so we know what's up. It's Wrath Reanimator, not Show and Tell. Lion Sash, Rest in Peace. These cards are sometimes going to be too slow, but I guess they could also be playing Show and Tell. I haven't looked at a list for this type of deck in a while. Definitely Lion Sash, definitely Rest in Peace. It's probably fine. And then we just need to kill them fast. So we don't want to board out any Ornithopters. We might board a little lower on Clouds, Stone Forges, and Raptors since the game's not going to go long. I think they screwed up on the Entomb turn. Oh no, yeah, they definitely screwed up. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think they accidentally paid for one of the Esper Sentinels, and then it was our turn, and I was like, wait, what? So I think they misclicked. Is very likely what happened there. We might not have died. No, we were dead. We had 2 1/1s in play, and they were gonna do 22 trample, I believe, with like a World Spine or something, probably. Honestly, this is a keep, right? This could be a turn 2 kill. No, not quite. That's a keep, though. It's a 0 lander. But who needs lands? When you've got friends. Flying O2 friends. Alright. They're doing it again. Are we dead this time? We do have 4 toughness this time. They grab the Entomb, assume that they have the Reanimate already. They put Raph and Mikey in. Fairy Macabre is much better against these decks than Rest in Peace. So if we're expecting like a bunch of Raph and Mikey Reanimate stuff, definitely better to... So we don't have to be dead here, but then we can't use our Mox Opal, so... Yeah, we'll just be dead. We'll just be dead. Yeah, not much we could do there. Turn 1. They just put it in their hand. Turn 2, they got us. We can kill on turn 2 also. So we're just going to run it back, I think. Not really much to be done other than have Fairy Macabre in the board instead. Rest in Peace is what I'm currently playing, but it's probably worse. There are applications, obviously, but... this hand. An Esper Sentinel and a Dream. We do have a Sigardazade, and then we have the Cloud and the Stoneforge to go get the hammers. So we can kill them fairly quickly, but we're pretty weak to them just having a fast start. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to play Esper Sentinel first. And I'm just going to hope that, like, killing them on Turn 3 is good enough, hopefully. Do we play the Ornithopter? Yeah, I think so. Just for toughness in case they kill us on turn 1. Did not get there. Very awkward that they didn't cast any spells. Damn it. I was really hoping they would cast some spells and that we would draw some lands. Well, luckily they did that in our main phase still. We still didn't draw the land, but we did draw Rest in Peace, but we're likely just dead. Yeah, we're likely dead here. Damn it. If this Rest in Peace was Fairy Macabre, we're not dead. We're very not dead. So, yeah, maybe changing up the sideboard to not have Rest in Peace. They paid for it? They paid for it! They screwed up! Oh my god. They have days? Oh no! We're still dead then, I guess. They had the days? Oh my god. We're at 19. So we're just dead. Motherfucker. Dazed. They still got us with the days because we missed our land drop on turn 2. Rough. Very rough. Yeah, Fairy Macabre is coming in. Well, we didn't even really deserve to get game 1, to be fair. And that's just due to not respecting that deck in our deck building in our sideboard. Rest in Peace is too slow. It's too slow. Crypt. Tormod's Crypt? Yeah, Tormod's Crypt exists, but I don't like Tormod's Crypt because that's a spell they can counter. Fairy Macabre. Boop. Right? It's not a spell. Did I spell it wrong? Why am I not seeing it? What's going on here? Is it spelled weird? Is it spelled like, oops, not with an H. What? Oh, enable companion filtering. That is real. So if we board in Fairy Macabre, we can't have Luris. That's why it didn't show up. But we don't really need Lurrus against the reanimate decks, the all-in reanimate decks. And Rest in Peace fucks Lurrus anyway, right? I think it's the better answer. And honestly, I don't love 3 Voice of Victory. I just want a 3rd Fairy Macabre. And then on top of that, it could be nice to have Containment Priest. Lion Sash probably not worth it. It's too slow, I think, generally. It is a cat, but it's just too slow. Like, we're not really trying to, like, have 6 lands in play and Lion Sash stuff. So maybe we cut that. Maybe just 2 Fairy Macabre, 2 Voice of Victory, and then 2 Containment Priest. So we have a little bit of game against the combo decks. Chainsaw's been good. I like Chainsaw. I could see trying to fit one like Shadow Spear or Skateboard equipment into the main deck as just a way to trigger Corey Steel when we don't want to go get a hammer that turn, just to play a hammer. But then we'd probably have to cut an Ornithopter for that. Or like one of the Sentinels or something. Let's see, what 1-drop equipment would we want? Basilisk Collar is not it. Steel Shaper's Gift. Can we use this? Is this a card I can put in my deck? Deck contains 1 or more cards that cannot be redeemable with wild cards. Okay. At some point we'll be able to get that, I think. I think it's just not out yet. Steel Shaper's Gift is cool. May play that instead of the Esper Sentinels, so we just always have Corey Steelcutter. Be kind of sick, actually. Yeah, what are the options here? There's Lava Spur Boots, which is solid. +1/+0 haste and ward 1. Lost Jit. It's equip 1. They're all equip 1, so it's unlikely that we'd be equipping them unless we have a Sagardazade in play. And if we have a Sagardazade, then obviously we're getting Colossus Hammer every time. But Skateboard actually does something when you cast it or when it enters. So Skateboard is probably the one. It's also a skateboard, so it has that going for it. Yeah, it's got to be Skateboard, I think. And then what would we cut? Maybe an Ornithopter, maybe Esper. It's just really going to be in there as a tutor target when we have Corey Steelcutter in play and we have a Stoneforge or a Cloud and 3 mana total. And we don't have a Sagardazade. So we just want to like go get something that does something that turn, which Skateboard would pump our Prowess Dude, also give us a second spell for Corey Steelcutter, also tap one of their creatures. And then just in general, being able to tap one of our opponent's creatures could come up where they have like a lifelink, like a Atraxa or something, and we can just tap their Atraxa and swing out for the win. So Skateboard is probably reasonable. The Ornithopters haven't been particularly impressive, although they are 0 drops for Corey Steelcutter. Let's try that. Let's try a skateboard. We lost one, and we're like, all right, everything's got to change. No, I mean, we didn't change that much to the deck. We did take out some of the sideboard cards that weren't coming in very often and put in some better stuff, hopefully. I don't think Rest in Peace is good. It's too slow. Looks like this is actually going to be my last match of this part of the stream. I might stream again later tonight, but for now, this is going to be the last match. This deck's been performing really well, strangely. We're 14-4. 17-6 total, if you count like the previous version before Mishra's Bauble. We're keeping this. It plays Magic. 0 lander. Snot Sneeze. That's not good, because now they can take one of our artifacts, and then like if they take Mishra's Bauble here, we get kind of fucked. But maybe they'll just take Sigarda's Aid. No, I guess they would have to take Hammer. Okay. Interesting. Weird choice. Do we just play the Colossus Hammer right now? I think we do. I don't want them to Thoughtseize it. Let's see what they got going on over here. Fatal Push? No. That's not good. Not Fatal Push. We don't like that. Are they gonna kill both of our creatures here? They have a Bolt and a Push. Gross. Oh, they killed it because it's an artifact. I see. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have cracked. Maybe we shouldn't have cracked Bauble. They did have the Bolt too. Alright. Fair enough. Give me an Ancient Den. Ancient Den would be nice. Guess you take one of the clouds, huh? And then play a Tarmogoyf, and then I'm sad. Scavenging Ooze. Let's go. I love a Scavenging Ooze. Let's play this. Just so Mox Opal is on for next turn. Love Scavenging Ooze. Love it. Don't know if it's good for Timeless, but I guess in a deck full of Inquisitions and Thoughtseize, it could be fine. Should we get the skateboard? Probably Corey Steelcutter. Got the Fatal Push? Probably. So we got 2 more creatures in the yard. They didn't want to take them, though. Lily. I don't know why they didn't make this a 5/5. They had 2 mana untapped, right? Restless Cottage? I want to just doing it out here. Okay. Guess we do this. We have a 12 power trample next turn. What have you got, opponent? They've got 12 life. Opponent on that full-on old-school Jund life. Scavenging Ooze and Liliana of the Veil. This is like full-on modern mode. Fatal Pushes, Lightning Bolts. Assassin's Trophy? I don't actually have any basics in my deck because nobody plays cards like this. Somebody just built their modern deck. Someone built their modern deck. That was a really good draw. Not gonna lie, they are dead because we drew really well. But we have that card in our deck, you know. It's a card that we have in our deck. It's Amped Raptor. You attacked. It was your choice to attack, opponent. Let's see. Just full on like 8 years ago modern Jund. I'm kind of into it. I mean, I guess this card wasn't out 8 years ago, but maybe it was. When did Eldraine come out? Oh, this is the second Eldraine, though. Full on 2019 Jund. Love it. Let's see. What do we want? This is actually a matchup where Rest in Peace would be good over Fairy Macabre. Chainsaw, are you good? No. Containment Priest, no. Portable Hole is probably fine. I don't know if they're playing actual factual Tarmogoyf. Probably Barogoyf and Pyrogoyf, I would have to guess. In which case, Portable Hole doesn't do much except for against Goose. I guess we just run it back. Like, I kind of feel like they're not even playing Bowmasters. Like, they're just playing 2019 Jund. Like Huntmaster of the Fells and shit. Keeping that. That's more 2011 Jund, but... Oh, Raggy McVan. I guess in that case, we just want to put out a blocker here. That's not in 2019 Jund. Damn it. They know we don't have any basics. Scoos on top, okay. They left Scoos in? Ah, we wanted that. We wanted that. Fuck. Okay, we're kind of dead now. We are kind of dead. casting my things. Okay. Seems weird. I don't have any creatures in play. That was a weird one. Scooz is good against Lurrus, to be fair. The pulse on the Sigarda's 8 was weird. Stoneforge. That would have been a good draw. They had the Thoughtseize. Alright. I don't think we can win this game. Oh, they got their own bobble? Okay, we'll see what you got going on, too. Oh, they are playing Bowmasters, okay. Alright, they have some good cards in their deck. I guess technically we could still win. And it starts with Amped Raptor for sure. Okay. Don't love the bobble. They have a Bowmasters in hand. Yeah, don't love that. They're gonna kill Amped Raptor and deal one to us. But we kind of just need the cards. So I guess we want to bring in portable holes. Mox Opal. Not really the one we were looking for there. Esper Sentinel's so bad because then if they do cast stuff and make us draw cards, then they can kill our creatures. Yeah, gross. I guess we draw a card like... No, we don't want to draw any cards into the Masters. I think we should probably just scoop, but yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna scoop. We're just gonna scoop. Bedlam Reveler? Oh my god, opponent's on some shit. I'll be right back. Alright, here we go. I think we're gonna bring in the portable holes. I think we're gonna board out the Esper Sentinels against a Orcish Bowmasters deck. And then Cast into Fire might be better than Skateboard, but we're just gonna leave Skateboard for now. Could matter. Bedlam Reveler last game. That's a card that I haven't seen in a really long time. Yeah, I'll keep it. It's just a keep, right? Kind of want to play Kemba on turn 1, but the disciplined play would be to not. Because we're gonna get some hammers at some point. The opponent does have a lot of spot removal, though. So hammer might just never be the thing we want to... Oh no, Vexing Bobble? I mean, whatever. I don't really care if Ornithopter gets countered. It's fine. Did not know they were playing Vexing Bobble. Tarmogoyf, actual factual. Yes. You love to see it. Actual factual Goyf. They're really out here playing old school Jund. Yeah, we'll just target that. Push that. Okay. Another Bulbul. We missed our land drop, which is unfortunate here. We just play another Core Steel Cutter. Obviously weak to a Maelstrom Pulse. Really hope they don't have a Pulse here. Alright, they can't Pulse me. So we just need to draw land next turn, or another 1-drop, or 0. 1-drop will do. Oops. Tried to get us with the baubles, but didn't get us. That's 7. Alright. Feels good after we got kind of crunched by Raph Animator to beat extremely old school Modern Jund. Which, honestly, on paper, Modern Jund would be a bad matchup for us, probably, because a lot of spot removal and hand disruption. But because we have so many 2-for-1 cards, like Amped Raptor won us game 1 off the top like that, and so many, like, Cloud, Stone Forges, etc. And then game 3, we smartly brought in the portable holes to deal with their Tarmogoyf and Vexing Baubles that we didn't know about. But yeah, that was fun. The deck is looking good. We are 18-6. Is that right? Yeah. 18-6 with it. 14-4 since we took out Moms. 78% win rate in Diamond. Not in Mythic yet, so we're playing against some jank, obviously. But I feel like the deck is decent. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know on the YouTube comments or comment here. I'm gonna be posting this stream to YouTube as well, so you can catch the rest of it if you didn't see the whole thing, and you're interested in the deck. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I might be back later, but if not, I'll be back on Monday for some more Timeless action. Gonna be streaming a lot of Timeless over the next couple months because that's gonna be through with Super Soldier Serum. Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't know what the card does because I haven't looked at the spoilers yet, but yes, I'm gonna say yes. And we'll definitely be brewing with all the new cards, and I will also be playing some limited because there is a limited qualifier in July. So we'll be playing with the new set limited, hopefully get some ideas. All right, Goes and Hammers. Here, actually, we'll look at it right now while we're card Super Soldier Serum. 1 and a white. Chant creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, vigilance, and is legendary. Whenever enchanted creature attacks or blocks, attach any number of equipment you control to it. Yeah. Yeah, that may replace Kemba. That very well could replace Kemba. Kemba's not a great card in the deck. She is a creature, which is nice. But that might go in there instead of Kemba. It is another 2-drop, which does make things a little awkward maybe, but yeah, that definitely seems good. For modern, nice. Yeah, it definitely seems at least worth trying out. Uh, it's probably not quite as good as the one that's an instant, right? But like Vigilance is nice. The Vigilance is real nice. Um, yeah, we have Kemba that makes the stuff free, but oh no problem. I'm excited for the new cards, and thanks for telling me about that one. But yeah, I'll be back on Monday, probably playing some more Hammer since this is going well. But yeah, hell yeah, Wild. Thanks, appreciate that. And yeah, I'll be back on Monday. Cheers.